So next we're going to look at bar lines and measures. We talked about these just the other day, and we kind of wrote some definitions down and we labeled them on a diagram. Now we're going to actually draw some, okay? So again, we talked about how music is divided into what we call measures, okay? And we use bar lines to do so, okay? So bar lines, again, are just those straight lines that come down and kind of group those beats into measures, okay? At the end of the song, we have a special bar line, which is our double bar line, and remember, the second part of that is a lot thicker, okay? So for number 1 on this paper, it says that we are going to draw 6 bar lines on the staff below. Very simple. We're just gonna, and let me get a different marker so you might be able to see a little bit easier. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bar lines, okay? Pretty simple. Now, number 2 says divide the staff into 6 measures and end with a double bar line, okay? So, this time, I want to start with the double bar line first, okay? So, let's just say the end of my paper is right here because I would have long staff, okay? All right, I'm going to draw my double bar line first, okay? And then we want 6 measures. So there's 1 measure, 2 measures, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many bar lines did I have to draw? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I had to draw an extra one at the beginning, and that was just throwing me off for a second. You wouldn't need to have that, all right? Because yours, if you did yours on the paper, you wouldn't have to draw one at the beginning. So sorry for the confusion there. All right, so that's pretty simple. Number 3, this time, and I'm going to leave mine up here just so I can show you what we're doing. This time you're going to draw a treble clef at the beginning. So now I can erase that. You have a treble clef. You're going to divide it into 6 measures, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? And then it says, add a whole note in each measure and name the notes. So we're drawing the whole note and making sure that it is clearly in a line or clearly in a space, okay? You don't have to do mine. You can do whichever ones you choose. And then you're going to write which pitches you chose, okay? All right, on number 3, this time you are, or excuse me, number 4, this time you are drawing a bass clef. All right, and again, we're still doing this whole 6 measure thing. We're drawing a bass clef. All right, and this time it asks you to draw 2 notes in each measure, and then you're naming the notes. So because we're doing 2 notes in each measure, we're going to treat these as half notes. So I would like them to be half notes, please, okay? As you draw the half notes, remember that we put the stems on a certain direction. If they are on the second space or below, the stems go up, and they go up on the right side, okay? And if it's on the 3rd line or higher, then the stems go down, and they go down on the left side, okay? If you get this wrong, it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to count you off for it yet, all right? Because we're still learning, okay? But I'd like you to try to remember that, all right? So, okay, so number 4, we have our measures, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have the bass clef. We did a double bar line at the end, and I'm going to do 2 notes in each measure, and I'd like you to do half notes, since that's what it would be. And again, try to remember the direction of the stem, all right? And then you are also naming the notes. So all good boys do, good boys, all cows, and so on and so on and so on, okay? And then lastly, number 5, it says draw a treble clef, divide the staff into 6 measures, and then do 4 quarter notes in each measure, name the notes, and end the staff with a double bar line. Got our double bar line. Got my treble clef, and this time we're going to do 4 quarter notes in each measure. Again, please pay attention to the staff, or to the stems, okay? On the very last part here on your worksheet, right there, you can't see the lines very well. Please go ahead and draw 1, 2, 3. Draw 4 lines at the end of it. That way you can remember to put the note names on there. Okay. So I'm just going to do my last one. I would do E, F, A, B. Okay. And again, there are 4 quarter notes in each of those. All right. In these examples where you have to draw the pitches, please do not just go F, 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 G, 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 A, and so on. Okay. You can be a little bit more creative than that. If you want to start trying to compose something that's lovely too. All right. Thanks.